Lagos government house staff test positive for COVID-19. 10 Lagos government house staff test positive for COVID-19. 10 persons associated with Lagos State House in Marina have tested positive to COVID-19. The Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, has disclosed. Professor Abayomi, who disclosed this on his official Twitter handle at Professor Akin Abayomi, made known that the incident commander and governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and his wife, Mrs. Joke Sanwo-Olu, have consistently tested negative to the virus following 3 consecutive tests conducted on them recently. He implored residents of Lagos to continue to embrace the use of face masks and observe all precautionary measures such as physical distancing, hand washing, and other personal hygiene. All directives on easing lockdown in Lagos State remain in force. It is our collective responsibility to do all we can stop the spread of COVID-19 for a greater less, he said. This is not funny at all. If all the domestic staff, if 10 of the domestic staff in government house test positive to COVID-19, a whole 10, so what are you telling me? That means the house is not safe. That means the governor himself is not safe, because these are the people that have been working for him, because a lot of things must have gone wrong in that house. I tell you, a whole 10. And now let's look at it. These 10 domestic staffs are the people that are working around the house. And I'm very sure a lot of people must have come around to pay visits to them. That is one. And they must have served, some of them must have served in the kitchen, like food. That is another one. And some of them must have sent somebody to, carry food inside, maybe food stuff and all that. They must have, mingled with different kind of people in that compound. This is serious. This is to tell you that it is not an easy task, because I'm very sure in the house of Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, most of the people in there would have been maintaining this social distancing. They must have been practicing the washing of hands regularly with soap and the hand sanitizers, but yet they still contracted this disease. It's only God that will help us, because apart from the 10, because that 10 that they mentioned, I'm very sure is just the official number. That is not the real number. They just try to tell us, okay, approximately 10 and all that. What about the people that they have had encounter with, like the people they have served food, the people they have welcomed by the gate side? You understand what I'm talking about? It's only God that will help things to turn right in this country, because now, before they are able to tell us that 10 people had contracted COVID-19, then what about the number of time that it took them before they were able to discover? Because I'm very sure maybe somebody must have been given some symptoms of COVID-19. They were not like, if that is the case, let's try and test all these people. This one that Shola is sick and having malaria, that could not even breathe very well, let's just go and test him. After they must have tested Shola, the next thing, Shola positive, that means God. I'm sure that was what happened. But our prayer is that the good Lord should help us in this country, so that people will not die a wasteful death. Because Nigerians, as I speak right now, they have started observing the social distances, because they have seen that it's no longer a joke. Before, I personally on my own, I used to like, I beg, all this so-called COVID-19, I don't believe it. As in, I used to doubt that because it has not happened close to you and it won't happen close to me in Jesus' name. As in, if you have experienced where it happened, the testimony of people that survived it, my brother, you will not even want to dare to disobey the federal government in terms of the information they are giving us, in terms of the rules and regulations to take in order for you not to contract it. Wow, what made me of recent believe, I will tell you now. Fine. Not quite long, like some days ago, somebody just called me, a close relative called me and said, hope I'm fine. I said, yes, I'm fine. And the person was like, do you know that this so person, our aunt, has contracted COVID-19? I said, which of the auntie? I called the name. She called the name. I said, who is bearing that? Because I was surprised. He said, how many of my auntie do I know that bears this name? I said, what are you not saying? What are you saying? He said, she has contracted COVID-19. Though she's not in Nigeria, she's in the US. But the fact remains that she has contracted it. And she has been on medication all this while. And she said she didn't want to tell anybody in the family because people will be panicking and all that. That all this while, for the past 3 weeks, she has been on isolation and she has been taking treatment. That 2 days ago, they called her and gave her the result that she has tested negative. After 2 consecutive tests, she tested negative. So from that experience, I was not like, are you serious? So are you trying to tell me that this thing is real? They say, what? Don't even ask that kind of question, that this COVID-19 is over real. So since then, I started agitating. I started, announcing to people that you have to take this thing seriously because it is real. You understand? So that is it. That is how it is. God should just help us because this is a pandemic that is airborne. You don't even know where it's coming from. Like the other guy that contracted the same disease, it was like when he was sharing his testimony, even with the way he was talking, was not talking with, how would I put it? He was not talking with satisfaction. He was scared. He was not settled. He could not breathe very well. He was having difficulty in breathing when he was explaining. And he was telling us then that with the condition he is now, that is better. See, because then, when he was feeling the pains and all that, he could not even breathe. That he used to breathe through oxygen. You can imagine. And he made mention of something. He said, we should pray not to contract it. Because the experience is so bad that if you want to drink water, by the time you are drinking water, it's like they are rubbing bottles on your throat, as in broken bottles on your throat. That is how water tastes like when he wanted to drink water. So anybody that is feeling that way, what do you expect? That you want to drink water and you're not feeling some like rubbles of bottles scratching your neck. That means you will leave water now, and you'll be tasty. You won't be able to take. Say you won't be able to drink. That is the extent of which this virus is bad. So he said he's begging Nigerians to listen to specialists about the way they have been propagating this COVID-19, that it is real. So don't pray that you have the experience, and don't pray that your relative have the experience, because some of them might even die before that time. And that is just it. Because even you yourself, you will not be yourself. It's not easy. But the good Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Well, Let me have your take on this and remember to subscribe for more updates. Thanks and God bless.